Hey YouTube, so today we're going to do a little bit of light body work. This car came in and got hit on the side here, and it's really not that much damage. It looks bad, but you know, these components can be replaced. This door can be replaced as well as this fender can be replaced. So not too tricky here, so I'm going to show you how to fix something like that. First of all, you get your parts after you find your parts, but then after that it's basically simple. Take them off and put them on. For this particular car, you'll notice you've got fender bolts here and here as well as here. So we'll take those off first. Where you can get back to them. Alright, so now you have that part taken loose. Now, there's also bolts that are behind here, so we'll need to take the headlight out. And then there's some bolts up under here, some bolts here, some bolts up under there. So we're going to take all of this off. Next step that we're going to start with will be is we'll take this loose here. That'll be the next step. But as you can see already with just those bolts coming loose there, that fender is starting to come up. So there's some bolts hidden behind the door, which kind of makes this a little tricky because the door's been in and we can't get that open. But we'll get to that in just a second. So right now I'm going to lift the car up. Also, you'll notice this wheel has been in. That's because the shock on this car, the strut tower on this car is bent. Therefore, it makes the wheel bend in. So we're going to replace all of that as well. A new part here. One good benefit of having a new part when you start taking stuff apart is you can find out where all the screw holes are. As you can see, you have screw holes here. You have screw holes here. As you remember, the three that we took out a minute ago were here and down there as well. Let me get some light on that. Here and down there as well. There. And also on the inside, there is a hole there. So, this is a genuine part for Volvo. As you can see, there's the part number for that particular fender for the Volvo. So these holes are where they're supposed to be in relation to where they need to be when going on the car. So now that we know where they are, we'll go out to the car and take those loose, and then we can finish removing this fender. Alright, next thing, we're going to take this headlight out so that we can get to the bolts that are down there. Pull this headlight, there's a tab here. Pull that up. Didn't think it was going to pop out that easy. And then you should be able to pull this light forward. And out. So once you pull it out, you'll want to disconnect the headlight assembly here. That just slides out. Now you can take that assembly and sit it out your way. Come back over here, and now you have a better view of your bolts. And as you can see, those right there are snapped in for the fender cover. We're going to raise it up so I can give you a better look on here. Alright. And then remember, we have one there, we have one there, and some down there. We're going to pick the car up, remove that wheel, and that way you'll have a better view of everything we're going to do. Car up, we'll need to take these bolts loose here. That way we can bend the plastic covering back, and then we can see how to detach the bolts that are holding the fender, as well as holding the bumper to the fender rather. And on the back here, we may have to pull this out a little bit so that we'll gain access to those screws. With the door open, it makes it a lot easier to get to that bolt there. There. And remember, there's one there, and there's some down there, so we'll need to remove those bolts down there as well so that we can get this plastic covering. I'll go ahead and remove the whole plastic covering, that way you can see everything, get a better view. On this particular car, these are, if I can get the light on it for you. I think it's a T20. Can't really see that. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a T20. So, you got one up there. And also, you've got these 10mm nuts that are back there as well. So I'll get all that off, then we'll come back to film. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, now you can clearly see we have a bolt hidden right there we've got to take out, then that'll come off. Okay, but also we've got to get this fender off of here, this bumper cover rather. We want to get that off without damaging the bracket. And that one bolt is hidden back here, as you see. We're going to have to bend that out to get to that hidden bolt in there. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull that out, and then we'll go ahead and get this bad boy off. Now this bumper cover, it just pulls off. You want to pull that back, and you'll see there's a screw down there that you want to get. Down in there, there's one out right in there, down there, and then there's one on the back side of here, so we'll use a flat wrench to get that out. And we still, again, we're going to pull this out, that way we have access to that screw there. And on the bottom, still need to remove that screw so that we can get on the bottom, and we'll see the other two final screws on the bottom there. Alright, so we can get this one real quick. This is the one on the bottom of the fender. We still have that one hidden back there. We still have these two. Okay, so we need to pull that a little forward so we can get in there. Now this here, you'll notice there's a baffle in here, a sound baffle. You'll need to pull that back out the way. And now that we have this fender pulled a little bit, now we have this fender pulled out a little bit, now you can get access to this inner screw right here. So let me put a light on it for you. Yeah, see that screw right there? Right there. That's the one you want to get. It's on the inside of the fender. Now to get the top bolt open, it helps if you have the door fully open. That way you can get to that top bolt easy. Or you can use a smaller wrench. Alright. So, now that we have those three screws loose, look at that. The whole thing pops forward. basically off the car there. Alright, we'll come up here to the front and we'll get that screw there, and that screw there, that screw there, and then this fender will come all off the car. Alright, once you have removed this screw here and the one there that I keep pointing out, then you can simply lift and remove that fender. Okay? You will need that plastic piece there for the new fender, so you don't want to damage it or throw it away. Alright, so that's what it's going to look like once you get that fender off. So that pretty much concludes this portion of the video. We're going to do the door next, but that'll be a different video. I'm running low on space on my phone, and before I do that video, I'm going to go ahead and change the strut tower out, which is pretty simple. I think I already have a video of how to do that. For those of you who need to know how to change a strut, check my channel. If you have any questions or comments, please post, chat, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Alright, we're going to get this work done real quick and get this thing put back together. It's kind of hard to film and video at the same, film and work at the same token, but I did want to share that with you. Alright, like I said, I will be doing a video on the door too. Won't be doing one on the strut tower. I've already done that. Alright, until next time, YouTube. If you have any questions, please post, chat, comment, subscribe, and share this with the world. Please, it doesn't cost you anything to put this on your Facebook. Share this with the world. Help me grow. Certainly appreciate it. Thank you.